Hey guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Shannon. If you're new here, thanks for stopping by. If you're one of my subscribers, thanks for coming back. This is my 2018 eyeshadow palette collection video, the one that has been requested a couple times. Let me tell you, this was not easy to prepare for. I thought that it was going to take a little bit more preparation, but I've been prepping for the past 2 hours and I don't have any makeup on my face. As you can see, I decided to keep this completely 100% casual, just me and you guys, and what's important, the makeup. Yesterday I filmed a tutorial and this morning I went to edit it. I filmed a tutorial with the Urban Decay Naked Cherry palette, and this morning I went to edit and I didn't realize that while I was doing the clip that had the actual eyeshadow look, I have, like, you guys know I have those little flyaways that go behind my ears. This one was like this and like sticking out the whole time I was filming the actual look, and it was zoomed in, so it was like this, and you can like see my hair just like sticking out. And I showed my husband some of the footage and I was like, babe, do you think I should still post it? Like, is it that bad? And it was that bad. And I like to keep a fan next to my filming area because sometimes the ring light makes it hot, or if we have the heat on. So it was like flapping in the wind from the fan, and I was just like, I'm gonna scrap that. Anyways, if you enjoy this video and you are not already subscribed, please, before you leave, don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell. I have 85 subscribers. I'm so close to 100, and when I have 100 subscribers, the giveaway is going to be epic. I'm so excited. Things are moving right along, and I am looking into investing in some better software, because like right now when I do the sped up tutorial clip, I have to do one solid clip. I can't like take a piece, speed it up, and then talk. It's too much to explain, but it's not fun. I would like something a little more professional. So now that today we took the kids to Munchkin's Closet and bought them both whole new winter wardrobes. So now that expense is out of the way. We are buying my son a new bed, and then after that I can buy some nice, real professional editing software, because so far I'm actually using free software since I started, but that's okay because I had to invest in the light. Anyways, I'm rambling. Oh my god, I'm rambling. This is the second time I filmed the intro and I'm done rambling now. So let's get into the eyeshadow. I am not going to go in depth for every palette. I do have them sorted over here by brand, so I'm just going to show you guys and we're going to go over it briefly. I'm going to try to keep this as short as possible, and I am going to insert a picture of how I store my palettes. I have these crates over here, and on the top of my vanity I already took some snapshots, and I will put those in at the end. Let's jump right into things. I am going to start out with two of my favorite brands, and I'm going to start with Jeffree Star. Let me zoom out just a little bit more. I'm going to start out with my Jeffree Star palette, because this guy right here was one of my first ever high-end palettes since I got back into makeup. I was into makeup back in the day and then went through a divorce and ended up not getting to keep a bunch of my makeup. So when I got back into it 2 years ago, this was something I won in a charity raffle, and it really got me back into makeup. This is the Jeffree Star Cosmetics Beauty Killer eyeshadow palette, and this is what it looks like. You can see it's been pretty loved. I still wear this quite often. My husband and I went to PA for a concert and I wore this palette. That was like a couple months ago. I still use it regularly, but not as often as I would like to. Star Power is just an amazing pink. This to me is a punk rock chick palette. When I go to a concert, I reach for this. This has your black shimmer, it's got your blues and your pinks and your golds and your purples. It has everything you need for a look. You can even do quieter looks with this, like more natural looks. And this was his first eyeshadow palette, and it was one of my first eyeshadow palettes this time around. I call it this time around. So it's really close to my heart. It's more of like a sentimental palette. and I just love it so much. And Jeffree Star is one of my favorite brands, so I'm really looking forward to the Alien collection. I am planning on buying almost all of the collection to review for you guys, and picking up a couple items to do in a giveaway. So go Jeffree, because it looks amazing. So I'm going to be putting these on the floor when I'm done with them. This is my second Jeffree Star palette. I don't have the androgyny one. This is the blood sugar one. Oh, I think Beauty Killer retails for like $45. I'm really not going to go into prices and if it's in stock or whatnot. That would just take too long. This got broken, actually. I did do a palette bingo with this palette, and I did talk about the broken shadows, so that's a different video. This one's $52. I love it. It is, the packaging blew me away, and I adore it. The shade range in here is amazing. The quality is amazing, and it's definitely Shannon approved. Haha, get it? Because Jeffree Star approved. This is the Thirsty palette by Jeffree Star Cosmetics. And this is my last Jeffree palette, and I love it. I'm obsessed with it. So I do plan on picking up the Androgyny palette over the holidays when there's a sale. And then when I get the Alien one, I will officially have every Jeffree Star palette. This has to be one of my all-time favorite palettes. See, that's what I was going to do. I was going to group them by, like, my favorites, but then I decided to go by brand instead. I even have a couple in here that I haven't used yet. Kat Von D ended up being the one I have the most of, even though I don't even buy her stuff really anymore. And I really was getting sick the other day, so I haven't really filmed since then because I needed to recoup. But, like, him doing this row of shimmers right here, I'm not going to talk about every palette as much as I'm talking about these couple ones, but these ones just mean so much to me. I would just die without this palette. And it's great for summer, fall, spring, winter. Like this right here, this gold is amazing. It didn't really, I kind of like missed that swatch right there. But that's what it looks like. I'm obsessed with it. I love that whole row. I really hope he decides to come out with singles eventually, or does a palette of all glitters like that. So yeah, I think this one was around like 50 something. I don't know. Like I said, I can't keep track of all the prices. Okay, so that was, the Beauty Killer was my first high-end palette this time around. Now I'm going to show you guys the other one that got me back into makeup. And we're going to go over my Kat Von D palette since there's so many. And I'm going to go real quick, okay? So this guy was the other high-end palette I got shortly after the Beauty Killer. This is the Pastel Goth by Kat Von D. This was limited edition. I know you can't buy it anymore unless you go on like Mercari. But it's all pastels and it has a great shade range. You can do so many vibrant rainbowy looks with this. I really should do a video with this soon. I don't reach for it as much as I would like to, but this holds a very near and dear place to my heart because this really helped me get out of my funk. I started getting back into makeup when my daughter was 7 months old. I kind of had a little bit of postpartum depression after I had her, and then we moved to Florida. We moved from Ohio to Florida. So being able to get back into makeup and doing something that made me feel good about myself, no matter if I had sweatpants on or hadn't washed my hair in a week, it's just something that really helped me find me again. Like, I can't even talk. There's no time to explain how much makeup has really helped me grasp who I really am. And I know that sounds so superficial, but there are days when I don't wear any makeup and that's fine. So this collection right here means so much to me. These are my Kat Von D Shade and Light Eye Quads. I found these all, every single one of them except for Fawn. Fawn was a limited edition special release last Christmas season. It is one of my favorites. Oh my god, my daughter plays with these pretty often, so there's a little bit of shadow mixing going on in this palette, but that's okay. These ones I let her play with because I got them all at TJ Maxx for $9.99. So when she says, "Mommy, I want to play with makeup," these are the ones I reach for. This is the Fawn palette. This is the Rust Quad. This is the Plum Quad. God, what was the green one called? That's the only, I had the green one, and my husband accidentally stepped on it. This one is the Smoke Quad. God, I don't remember what the green one was called. Do you remember what it was called, babe?
Which one?
The green quad that you accidentally broke, and I gave it to my friend, and she repressed it. I don't know. Anywho, those are awesome. I don't think TJ Maxx has them anymore, but I know you can find them some places. But yeah, I love the quads. They are great for on the go. You can do a whole look with one palette. This is the Kat Von D Metal Orchestra palette. This was part of the True Romance collection. It's very old, like, and this outer packaging feels very tacky. This is what it looks like. I actually bought this on Mercari, and I did find out it is real. It's authentic. This shade right here on the end is completely dried up. Like, nothing comes off of it. But let me just show you guys a few of these shades. Like, they're amazing, and I really wish I had time to play with it more. I just don't reach for it, and it's old, so I'm not really sure. I know palettes expire, so I don't know. I think at one point in time, like I don't think, I know at one point in time, I was collecting palettes by Kat Von D, and I was trying to get some of her old ones, and then I kind of stopped because she kind of got dark, like, I don't know. Anyways, so that's the Metal Orchestra one. This is the Saint palette. I have the Sinner and Saint palettes, okay? So this was in a collection. This was also in the True Romance collection. Was it? Yeah. This is the Sinner palette. And this is the Saint palette. I got these on Mercari also. One of them, one of my best friends, Danielle, sent it to me. Love you, girl. Thanks. But yeah, I really love the packaging on these. I really want that white one. I forget what it's called, but the packaging is to die for. So while I'm getting through this Kat Von D collection, I was obsessed with Kat Von D products. This is the Chrysalis eyeshadow palette by Kat Von D. This was limited edition also. And I actually have sold some of my limited edition Kat Von D palettes, but I just can't part with this one. What was the other one that I had that was like this? Interstellar. I sold my Interstellar palette, and I'm really sad that I did. But no, actually what happened was I won a brand new one, and I had one that I had used, so I gave the one that I had used to my friend Danielle. I'm pretty sure she doesn't have it anymore. I think she ended up selling it. Because her and I both just kind of, we were both big Kat Von D collectors, and we both kind of stopped collecting, but like this blue and this purple, they are amazing, and I just can't part with this one. So I was obsessed with Kat Von D. Here's the little mini Alchemist single shadow in the shade, I don't think it has a shade, it just says Alchemist, holographic transfer face and eye highlighter. I had the Alchemist palette, but I sold it. So I started getting really weirded out by Kat Von D's Instagram feed, like on her personal page, not her beauty page. This is the Kat Von D Metal Matte palette. It says metal, and then when you turn around it says matte. This is limited edition also. This used to be my all-time favorite palette. It got lots of love and lots of use. It's huge. But, so yeah, she started getting really dark with her posts, like pictures of like lambs and devil worshipping symbolic things. I went to college for history. I have my bachelor's in history and I started my master's. So I know, I've taken the history of religion and all that. I know some of those things represent satanic things, and to me, I'm as gothic as they come. I will go to a reggae concert. We actually just did when we were in New York. I will go to a reggae concert wearing all black with knee-highs and fishnets and my chucks with all black makeup, black chokers, black nail polish. But that doesn't mean I worship the evil things in the world. And I really feel that that's where Kat Von D started going. So I did not stop following her or being obsessed with her because of the no vaccination thing. Not at all. This is the Sinner Saint palette, the new Sinner Saint palette, the second edition. Mine my daughter accidentally fell on it and ripped the lid off. So this is one of the mirrors, but it's still in great shape. I do love the shadows. So that's where I'm going with this. I'm not going to get rid of my Kat Von D palettes. I did get rid of the ones that I really wasn't into. I sold them, but I'm not going to get rid of everything simply because I love the makeup. I still love her makeup. I still buy her lippies and her eyeliners, and I'm not really going to get the Fetish palette, I don't think. Maybe one day, but as of right now, no, because there's other things I want right now. This is the Serpentina palette by Kat Von D, and I used to be obsessed with all things Egyptian. I don't know if the glare is too much. Let's see if I can lower my ring light, kind of, but then we have no lighting, so I don't know. But this palette is awesome. It has this little single pigment that's amazing. I just have a really hard time doing looks with this. But that brings me to my next announcement. I am going to start filming a video every Wednesday night. Tuesday, I will post a poll on Instagram every Tuesday, and it will give you an option of 4 palettes to vote for. You pick one palette out of the 4, vote for which one you would like to see, and I'm going to start a new series called Throwback Thursdays. So, like, this will be one of the options one week. So Throwback Thursdays is where I take an old palette and do a new tutorial with it. Sometimes it'll be palette bingo, sometimes I'll let you guys pick the shades. But I'm really excited to start that, and I say I'm going to film it on Wednesday so that way I can have it uploaded by Thursday. I usually film at nighttime when she's sleeping. This is the mini metal matte, the little guy. I do love this palette. It's very holiday vibey, so I'm going to be using this a lot. I am going to re-rotate my palettes when I put all this stuff away. Because I would like to start using some of my stuff from last year's holidays. This is the Metal Crush highlighter palette. It's not eyeshadow, but it's still one of my favorites ever. And you can totally use these on your lids. I mean, come on now. Oh, I got you guys again. Sorry. If you can use Jeffree Star lippies, let's see. Oh, yeah. That's really pretty, actually, on your eye. And this right here, this highlighter palette, well, now I have to put some on the other eye because I look silly. This highlighter palette is the first palette that I ever hit pan on because there was a point in time where these were the only highlighters that I would use. And I believe she just came out with some single Metal Crushes. I don't know if it's the same formula. Now I just look silly, but I did hit pan on all of these, actually. And I had an extra one. I had a backup, but my friend Shay needed one of these because she's pregnant too, by the way. She's actually due in 15 days. Her kids destroyed hers, and I had a backup, so I sent it to her just because I love her, and I was like, dude, you need it, and I probably should buy another backup. But this is the Kat Von D Shade and Light palette. The original. It's in the good packaging, though. I don't have the cardboard one. This is a great staple palette. I do suggest, if you're getting into makeup, to buy this palette. This is all you need to start with. Practice, practice, practice. So I had the Kat Von D Shade and Light Glimmer Veil palette. Of course, I have all the Glimmer Veil lipsticks, but I had the Glimmer Veil palette, and I let my mother-in-law borrow it, and it kind of got broken. I don't know what happened, because I went to her house, and I repressed the broken... It only had one shadow that was completely shattered, and I repressed it, and I told her, I was like, look, I have enough eyeshadow. I repressed it for you. I surprised her and repressed it before she got home one day. And I was like, so I would like for you to keep it because they're your colors and it's perfect for you. And we were there the other day and the lid is completely broken off and all the shadows are shattered now. So I don't think I'll be borrowing that back anytime soon. I would like for my husband to buy me a new one day, and he said he would after Christmas. The Glimmer Veil palette was very, very sentimental to me. because when my husband and I lived in Florida, I'm going to keep moving. This is the Shade and Light one. That one's, like I said, if you're starting out, get one. It's great. So when we were living in Florida, we kind of were going through some hard times because of a job issue that happened, and then my husband had found a new job. But between that little transition period, I actually had to sell quite a few items out of my collector's items. And then when I got the Glimmer Veil palette, I was going to originally like sell it brand new in the box because I want it. And my husband was like, look, you know, we have a little bit extra money this week. Why don't you just keep it? And I used it, and I hadn't worn makeup in like 2 weeks or 3 weeks because I was so busy selling stuff, and I didn't want to stay attached to anything because obviously putting a roof over my child's head, my son didn't live with us when we were in Florida because he didn't want to move, but like providing for my family and helping out is so much more to me than makeup, so I didn't mind. But being able to keep that palette, I remember I used it for like 3 weeks straight, and I loved it, and it really got me back into wanting to collect makeup again. And then we moved home like a month later, and I got to keep everything at that point. So this is the Kat Von D Divine Eyeshadow Palette. Doesn't really say the name on it. Just says eyeshadow palette. But I know it's the Divine collection. It looks like this. It has Divine on it. And it's blues and greens and blacks and silvers. It's amazing. I wish I could use it more. I just never do. So I have 20 Kat Von D palettes. Like, that is the most brand that I have. Or 19, I think. But that's the brand that I have the most of. This one was limited edition. I don't think you can get it anymore, but it's awesome. If you can find one on Mercari, it's awesome. I would say mainly for like collectors and stuff. This is the Kat Von D 10-year anniversary palette. This was the last palette that I got from her, and that's like right around when I stopped being obsessed with her. Like she was like my idol for the longest. I did break a couple shadows. We went and stayed at a hotel for a couple days just to get away from home. It was like right down the street from our house. So 3 shades broke. This shade broke right here, and then this shade, which was my favorite in the whole palette, this Duochrome, that broke too, and then the gold yellow up here. I've used this palette twice. I really haven't gotten into it much yet, but I know I'm going to because I love the mattes in it, like this mustardy matte, which is Sylvia? Sylvia. Egypt. It's like a yellow mustard. I really want to use that. I'm actually looking at this right now, like thinking of looks I could do. Oh, this green reminds me of the Gemini palette. I probably could have used it to dupe it when I duped it. But anyways, this is awesome. I don't think it's available anymore. So, yeah. Another item from Kat Von D that I'm really sad about is this little guy. I bought it on Mercari. I'm so sad. It's the little, it had 3 blue stripes. It got shattered by my daughter. I'm going to open it very carefully and slowly. Like, here's one of the shades. I really need to, like, repress it. But let me see if I can show you guys, like, what it looks like without dumping it. This was a collector's item that I picked up. I love it, and I really need to use it more. But with it being shattered, it's kind of hard. Maybe I'll repress it and put it in my Z palette. I don't know. And then also from Kat Von D, I have her 10-year anniversary highlighter. I know this is an eyeshadow palette collection, but this highlighter is boss, man. This shit is amazing stuff. Sorry. Ooh. When it's late at night, I kind of cuss more. This is amazing. If you're looking for a really good highlighter, I don't know if it's still available, but if you can find this during the... Right now is the Rouge sale. I believe it's going on right now. I got an email. I will have to look, and I'll put it in the description box down below, but that's one of the reasons why I wanted to film this video now, so you guys could have like a better idea of things that I love. So if you're looking to pick anything up during the sale, yeah, so this is great. Babe, can I have the phone charger that's over there? My phone's dying and I have to keep my timer on. Okay, so that sums it up for Kat Von D. My next collection that we're going to go through, let me charge my phone really quick. The next brand that we're going to talk about is Morphe. I really didn't start getting big into Morphe for a while. Like, I'll show you guys my first Morphe palette. This was my first one. This is the 24 Grand Glam. Oh, actually no, I had the 35, the plum one, and it got broken in transit. So what I did was I had it on top of my toilet in my bathroom one day, and I looked at it and I was like, you know what, I'm going to depot those. And I took a bunch of the purples out, and I broke a bunch in the process. And it was back when I used to get ready in my bathroom, so I would just leave it up there and just go to town. It wasn't on top of my toilet, but like on top of the vanity thing we had around our toilet. So that was my first Morphe palette. This one I got in a swap box that I did. This shade came broken, and a lot of people said that same shade, like I had seen a lot of people that had that same shade arrive broken from the manufacturer. So I don't know if it's just like a really soft shade, but this palette is amazing. I believe it retails for like $23, around that region. So if you're looking for a staple and you like neutrals, this is really good. The pans are huge. I don't think I could run out of this if I tried to in my lifetime. So, well, that's probably not true, but it does get a little dirty though, apparently. Ooh. Yeah, so this is the 24G Grand Glam. I do love this thing. This really got me into Morphe. So I have that guy. Next, I got the Nightmaster palette. This was my second Morphe. Ah! Are you kidding me? Some shades fell out. Now I don't know where they go. Hello fell out, and Creativity. I think I put them in wrong. Who knows? These two shades right here, I'll just take them back out. Those two shades fell out. So that looks like the matte. These ones, this guy right here, I think that goes down there, and this goes up here, I think. I don't know. But this palette is amazing. It is $16, I believe. It's the Nightmaster 15N. This was when they first started making the smaller ones, I think. I know they had the copper and the bronzed mocha. Okay, so my memory card is going to run out of space. So I'm going to turn the camera off and start over, and we'll do one more full section until my memory card runs out, and then we should be done. But this is an amazing palette. So if you're looking for something cheap and you can wear it every day, it's great. Alright, I'll be right back. Okay, so we just finished up with the Nightmaster. Like I was saying, that is great for everyday looks. And then my next Morphe palette, and this one is very near and dear to me because I was really late to the game on this guy. I'm going to start my timer again. This is the 39A, which is the Dare to Create. This came out last year for the holidays. I literally just got it like 2 months ago, so I was very late to the party. I placed an order for some brushes, and I threw this in because it was the first time I ever did the flex pay on Morphe's website. And I just love this. The shade range is amazing. I really need to do a palette bingo with this because I have a really hard time figuring out like a look for this. I don't know, but it's amazing, and I believe it's $35 or $32. So just like the 24G, just like the Grand Glam, that one is a perfect beginner's palette for neutral shades and more natural looks. It's like a warm tone palette. If you are a beginning makeup artist and you're more into like the, oh my god, my hair was doing that thing again. I really hope it wasn't in my footage. I don't think it was. Maybe I should clip it back. Anyways, I clipped this side back. There's a clip up here, but figured since the fan, whatever. So if you are more into like the grungy rocker chick looks, more bright, smoky, this is for you. Amazing formula for Morphe. I do think they're made in China though, so that kind of took me aback. I try to do all cruelty-free brands. Sometimes you can't win them all, but I don't believe in testing on animals. I like vegan and cruelty-free. I just don't know if Morphe is. I believe it is, but this is great for beginning. Like, this has face shades. The middle row, like, this is a great transition shade, a base shade, bronzer, contour. Like, I use this one for contour, that one right there. It's got this amazing red shimmer. Like, oh my god, I love this shade. It's perfect. I'm planning on using that one for Christmas along with this guy. Look at that, red and green right there. And then this other blue right here is one of my favorites as well. Just gorgeous shades, very gorgeous. And that brings me to my next Morphe palette. I have 2 of the Jaclyn Hill Vault palettes. I had the whole collection. I sold 2 of them. This right here is the Dark Magic palette, and I feel like it's very similar to this side of the 39A. Like, it's got very similar shades when I hold them up together. Maybe if I do it like that. They're kind of big, but they're very similar. My chair just creaked. That sounded funny. But yeah, so this is great. I'm going to put this one away now. It's kind of really huge. Like, look, it's bigger than my head. But this is a great palette, nonetheless. You can get Morphe palettes on Ulta's website now, and let me tell you guys, I would really like to start filming a series on how to maximize the rewards points with companies, because my friend Danielle placed an order. It was like $180, and she paid $6 because she had a coupon and she cashed in her rewards points. And there's times where you can get like 5 times points for purchases. You go on their app and sign up for an Ulta account, go on their app, and you can activate your offers. Like right now, if I spend $25, I get an extra 100 bonus points, and those convert into cash. So it's really cool. You can get Morphe products for really, really cheap, for really good quality. So yeah, I have the Dark Magic Jaclyn Hill Vault palette and the Ring the Alarm palette. I didn't really care for this one as much as I did the Dark Magic, and I really need to use these more. These will definitely be featured in a throwback video, not one of the first ones because it's kind of still new. And this brings me to one of my first ever tutorial videos that I did for you guys. I did a video on the Morphe Stunning Vibes 35V palette. This one is gorgeous as well. I really love the color story here. I probably sound like a broken record. But I will link that video down below because I'm really proud of that video. But yeah, this guy is awesome. Oh, I really, 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 really love this shade right here. I used this all over my lid. What I did was I used this orange right there as a crease shade one day, and then I did a cut crease with this white shimmer, and it looked so 90s that I loved it. But these are amazing. Let's see if I have room for some swatches. Look how pretty that is. And of course this purple right here. Okay, so sorry, I wanted to make sure that my timer was going. This is awesome, awesome, awesome. I do love this. The Morphe 15S has a lot of very similar shades to it, but I did just film with this, and I show you guys in that video that if you hold the palettes like so, you can see it's kind of like a mini palette to this one. So that brings me to the new Morphe Holiday Collection. I have the 15T True Selfie palette. Love this. I did a great video with that one. I mean, in my opinion. This is the 15S Social Butterfly Palette. These are $16. I picked those up for the holiday collection, and that is the end of my Morphe collection. Of course, I'm not going to go into Morphe brushes right now. Let's do my Natasha Denona collection. This is the newer mini star palette. Hold on. Let me tell my group chat BRB because I'm busy. This actually, when I filmed with this, that was like my most viewed video. I was like, are you kidding? But I think it's because I did more of a more popular look with it, like something that everybody would wear, like even like business people and stay-at-home moms and stuff. It was more toned down than what I usually wear. This is $25, but it's teeny tiny. Like, here is my cell phone, okay? And here is this, like, whoa, tiny. I don't know what else to compare it to. Here's the Huda. Look at how tiny. Like, this is a little tiny, tiny palette. It's 2 finger length, 2 fingers thick. Like, I love it, though. This shade right here, which is Cosmo, is to die for. I really should stop swatching stuff, but I can't help it. So yeah, this is newer, $25. I do want to pick up the mini Lila and the mini Sunset, probably while the Rouge sale is going on. This is the Natasha Denona Tropic palette, and I am obsessed with this. This formula is different from her Lila palette and her Sunset palette, but this is the same formula as the Safari palette, which just launched recently. And I don't have the Safari palette, and I really, really want it. I'm hoping my husband will get me the gold palette and the Safari palette for Christmas, if I'm a good girl.
Who is that?
Huh? Natasha. You know I love my Natasha. You know I've been wanting those. But in this...
You want to visit art more, remember?
Babs, come on, I'm filming. This palette, like this blue shade, I literally wore this for like a month straight when I got it. It's like this one right here. It's so pretty. These two are gorgeous. I really want to do a matte look with this. Love it, love it, love it. And this brings me to one of my most all-time favorite palettes that is near and dear to my heart. This is my Natasha Denona Lila palette. When I open this, you will see that it has the most love out of any palette in my collection. I would literally die without it. I just can't picture myself not having this. It has this little plastic thing here that gets in my way all the time, but whatever. My daughter set a magnet on this one time and lifted all the shadows up, but I just love it. I love it so much. You can see it's got eyeshadow everywhere. You can see I've dipped into every shade. I used to use this like twice a week, and I keep it on my vanity. I really need to start using it more, but it's just her formula is so amazing. $129 for her Tropic palette and her Lila palette. I will one day own all of her palettes. It's just a matter of having the money because they're kind of expensive. I really want the Sunset, but I really want the gold one more. Right now, if I could pick, I would probably buy the gold one, then the Safari, then the Sunset, and the minis. So that's all my Natashas that I have. I don't have too many of them because I have kids, and my kids' school clothes and stuff, of course, have to come first. That is so good. My husband and I have been drinking only lemon water. So next we're going to talk about Viseart, Viseart. That's how I say it, and that's how I like to say it. This is the Viseart Professional Preview Palette. It's the 09 Bijou Royale. I probably am saying that wrong. It's all satins, and it has the professional packaging. It's amazing. They're so soft and buttery, and look at that pigment. I never swatch on this arm because of my tattoos, but look at that. Like, holy shnikes. This silver is one of my favorites. I mean, you really can't go wrong there. This, though, is $80 frickin'. Like, I won this one. I used to do a lot of makeup raffles, so a lot of my collection I won. I'm just going to put that disclaimer out there. I didn't buy all of these, and I by all means am not bragging about my collection. Am I proud of it? You're damn skippy. I'm very proud of my collection, especially because of that hard time that I went through where I had to sell a lot of it. I probably sold like 30 pallets. Even now, if I don't reach for something for over 2 months, I put it in a box and I sell it on Mercari. And those are palettes that I've used like once or twice, or swatched and then never picked it up. A lot of those were like Too Faced and Tarte and stuff. But this was $80 and I didn't buy it. I won it. And I really, really, really want the cool mattes and the dark mattes. I really want a couple more of this brand, of this style from Viseart. But it's really, really hard to imagine spending $80 on a palette when I have the Grand Pro Volume 1 and Grand Pro Volume 2. So this is $175. If you want to buy the one that is signed and has the limited edition number, you had to pre-order it and get it off their website. Mine is $5.79, or get it off of Muse Beauty Pro. But the Grand Pro Volume 1, I couldn't afford it when it launched, so I waited a month later for it to be on beautylish.com, and I did a flex payment plan. It's called Flex Pay. You do 3 easy payments. It comes out automatically once a month out of your bank account. That way, I was able to afford this beauty. I got this for myself. This was a Christmas present to myself last year, and I love it. I use it a lot. These are actually magnetic. Let me pull one out to show you guys. Oh, that was probably really dumb. It's okay, I got it. Ooh. So they come out, and you can put them in a magnetic palette, like a Z palette. And you can also take out the ones from the Pro Volume 2. Okay, so here's the last shot of that. And these actually stand up like a little easel, like a makeup easel, like a artist thing, so you can stand it up and use it. What I usually do is I fold the flap over this plastic piece. The plastic piece is just a protector. There's no shade names or anything, but I just do that, and then I fold it under and put it on my vanity like that. Very travel friendly. I love these, but $175 is a pretty big price tag. So this guy is the Pro Volume 2. My husband bought me this one for my birthday this year. My birthday is December 12th, but I really wanted to get the one that had the special limited edition numbers, since we're doing a little bit better than we were last Christmas. But you can also take the pans out of this one, and they did change the little hinge right here. Now it has a hinge, so it doesn't, like, it definitely stays back easier. These ones are all new formulas. You have 6 new formulas, and it goes down by row. Like, these are the, like, this is one formula. Each row going down is a new formula. I did an awesome in-depth video where I swatch this and explain each new formula. This also came with the mixing medium from Esom, which is really just Muse backwards. I've been trying to use that. I've tried a couple times and I just can't get it right. So I need to do some more research on how to use it. So this bad boy is amazing. I love it. I need to use it a little bit more since it's a little bit newer. That's it for my Viseart. Now we're going to do Violet Voss. I didn't realize how many Violet Voss palettes I had until I prepped for this video. This is the limited edition Violet, no, you can still get this on Sephora, I think. This is it sells out here and there, but then it comes back in stock. This is the Rainbow palette by Violet Voss. You get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I don't know why I didn't just know 5 and then times it by 2. Oh my god, I need some sleep. These are mainly shimmers and satins and metallics. There's no mattes in here except for this black on the end, and it's like a sparkly matte. But I do love this palette. It's great for crease, like cut creases, and I use the shade Pearl as an inner corner highlight all the time. That looks bad because I had the black on, but that's what it looks like. It's amazing. It's a little bit cheaper than her other palettes because it's smaller. You can get these at shopvioletvoss.com or on Sephora. This is my limited edition Violet Voss's. Really quick, this is the Drenched Metals. This was my first ever Violet Voss palette. I'm obsessed with it still. Even just recently, I went through like a whole month where I used this like 3 times a week. When I was a server, I would literally take most of there's only 2 mattes in this palette. So when I was a server running late for work, I would just take a shade and just put it all over my lid because they're so easy to work with. I don't think you can buy this anymore. I know there was a makeup site when I lived in Florida that still had it. There was an actual store. I think it was like Mikey's New York or something. If you go on Violet Voss's website, you can find a list of her retailers. And that way you can see if anyone has it in stock. Or try Mercari. This is the Laura Lee Violet Voss X Laura Lee Pro Eyeshadow Palette. I recently won this in a raffle. I know themakeupshack.com had this in stock about a month ago. So you might be able to still pick this up. I know it was very limited edition. Yoshi is amazing. It's this green right here. Fried is also amazing. It's like green fried tomatoes. I love it. This is the Flamingo palette. This was a summer palette this year. Summer 2018. It's more like book style instead of opening like up and down. I do love this. I really need to film with this. And I have the Glamingo palette to go with it, and I'm seriously almost out of the bronzer. Like, holy heck, I've never hit pan like that before. But now I'm going to need to buy a new bronzer. There's some highlighters in here, and a contour shade, and blush. Or no, there's no contour. There's 3 highlighters, 2 blushes, and a bronzer. This is amazing. Love it. If you don't have it already, pick it up before you can't pick it up. Maybe it's not available anymore. This is the Violet Voss hashtag palette. I really have only used this like twice. It was sitting in my box of unused makeup. I literally had so much raffle stock because I did do raffles. It was a way to make extra money when I was a server. I had this in my raffle stock. I bought it on sale during one of the VIB Rouge, one of the Rouge sales or something. And I bought this and the Like a Boss. And I forgot that I had it. I ended up raffling Like a Boss, and I saw this and I was like, you know what, I'm just going to keep it. I do like the story, the color story to it, but I really haven't used it much, so I really can't give you my opinion on that. That is all of my Violet Voss palettes. I am really trying to go fast here. I really am. We might have to do 3 segments, whatever. I'm sorry. You guys wanted my palette collection. It's kind of big. I have my Huda. My husband just said that's what she said. This is my Huda Beauty Mini. I have 2 of the other mini ones, but I lent them to my mother-in-law, which I probably shouldn't have done because she likes to break eyeshadow. Love ya. Just in case you're watching. This is my Huda Beauty. This is the Warm Brown Obsessions. I had the Mauve Obsessions, and I lent it to this girl, and then she ended up moving and did not give me my palette back, but whatever, it's $27. I do love these, especially because it doesn't waste any packaging space, and there is a mirror. They're perfect for travel, $27. I have the new red one and the emerald one from the holiday collection. I did do videos on those. This is my Ace Beauté collection. I have the Classical Paradise palette. I think I did a video with this. Yeah, I did a video with that one. And this is the Ace Beauté Blossom Passion. This was in my raffle stock as well because I really didn't want to use it, but since I kind of stopped doing on-hand raffles, I was like, you know what, I'm just going to keep it because I really want to get into this brand a little bit more. I think they're really up and coming. It's a great indie brand. Alright, we are getting some space here. This is my Anastasia collection. This is another highlighting palette. This is the Glow Kit, the sugar one. I really wanted the Sweets and the Gleam. Like, my friends knew that if they found one on sale to let me know, but I found so many fakes on Mercari that I was afraid to buy one. So when they came out with the sugar, it had like very similar shades to the Gleam one, or Sweets, one of those. So I picked it up. I forgot I had this for the longest time, and I started using it again recently. I do love that you can take the shades out and throw it in a Z palette if you're traveling. For some reason, when I travel, I swear, I tell my husband, because we do go out of town a lot for concerts and such, I always say, I'm going to bring 2 palettes, that's it, and then I end up with a whole duffel bag full of makeup, and I use 1 palette. Sometimes I don't even wear makeup because we're busy traveling, but this is the Anastasia Self-Made palette. I have not used this one yet, and I might not be keeping it. I probably shouldn't open it and drop it if I'm not keeping it. It comes with the brush. This is the story, the color story here. The shade range is nice. I don't know, I've had this for a while now, and I've watched so many reviews on it or you know, palette collection videos where people have it and they're just like, meh. I don't know, I probably should have gotten my own opinion on it, but I don't really enjoy old palettes because I'm not really sure about the expiration date and stuff like that. Anyway, so that's the Self-Made palette. It was limited edition. You cannot get it anymore. Just like this one, this is the Master palette by Mario. This is very old. I bought this off of a friend. I got it for like 30 bucks, so it was a really good deal. I really need to use this more. I do love the colors, especially Claudia up here in the corner. It's amazing. And now my favorite Anastasia palette is the Prism palette. I seriously used the heck out of this when I first got it. You can see over here, these shades have so much love and use. I love this palette. This is very grungy to me. This screams, you know, combat boots and fishnets and everything grungy and gothic in the world. I don't know why, but it does. It really does. Like Throne and Osiris, like these 2 shades are just amazing. And then, of course, Sphere, that neon yellow, is really pretty. Like, really, really pretty. Sorry, I squint when I don't have my glasses on. Alright, now we have my Alamar Cosmetics. I only have 1 from this brand. This came in a BoxyCharm. Love it. Not going to talk much about it. It's a great palette. I think it's like 15 bucks or something. Very, very awesome formula. Very good quality for a new and upcoming indie brand. Speaking of indie brands that are up and coming, Storybook Cosmetics is amazing. And I only have 1 of their palettes, and I really wish that I had more of the collection, but I don't know. I don't know. I really want the Harry Potter one and the Willy Wonka one, but I just don't see myself buying them anytime soon. So this is the Mean Girls one. It's the Storybook Cosmetics Burn Book palette. This is what it looks like. It's like a book. And then you open it up, and it's got amazing shades. I used the crap out of this for a while, actually. This is very well used. I don't know if you can tell, but I used a lot of these a lot of times. I do love this palette. My Pat McGrath collection. Am I running out of time? Okay, I have 4 minutes left on this segment. So this is my Pat McGrath Labs Mothership Subversive La Vie en Rose Eye Palette. This is one of those minis. This is like $55, I believe, for 6 shades, which kind of is ridiculous. I don't really like the packaging, but it's Pat McGrath, so, I mean, how can you be mad at Pat McGrath? You just can't. This is art to me. I had the Mothership Subversive palette, the big one, and I had to sell it when we were going through some hard times. So when I was able to get the Sublime palette, I won this in a raffle. I literally paid 10 bucks and I won this. So I got this for $10. This is the Sublime palette by Pat McGrath. It's got this acrylic, amazing embossed with her little stuff, and it's like gold etched. This is so luxe that I can't. And like these 4 shades over here are amazing. The mattes are like, dude, the brush literally dips itself and applies itself, and they blend themselves. And my new baby is the Mothership Bronze Seduction palette. This is the Mothership 5. Amazing, amazing, amazing. These retail for $125. Usually you can use like the welcome codes or Trend Mood, I think. There is always a code where you can get like 10% off and it saves you like $12, so don't forget about that. Pat McGrath is one of the best ever formulas. Sorry, we have like 2 minutes. My timer stopped, so I don't even know why I freaking bother. But we are almost done. I have like my single collection, not my singles, but yeah, so I'm going to turn this off and start again, okay? Be right back. Alright, so we just finished up with Pat McGrath. I really want to get the Decadence palette, but it's like limited edition. You can't buy it anymore. Okay, so let's talk about Melt. I have the Melt 27 palette and the Melt Gemini palette. This is by far one of my top 5 favorite palettes. This is the Gemini. Amazing. This bitch is $55 and it's amazing. Like seriously, you can't go wrong. And once again, this is grungy, punk rock, gothic. This is everything that speaks to my soul. I love it, and I love that they finally started making palettes because I do have quite a lot of stacks. This is the Melt 27 palette. They were very indie when I first got into them. It was like an indie brand. And I really didn't like the idea of the stacks, but at the same time I was curious on how cool they looked. And then they came out with their Haze collection, which was like so pretty. Like I just fell in love, so I started buying their stacks. This is the 27 palette. They each came out with like a birthday palette. So one is a Gemini and one turned 27 on the 27th, I think, or something. So this is what this one looks like. It's very, very, very pretty. I really don't use this as much as I use my Gemini. This is $55 also. The only reason I picked it up, honestly, is because Gemini sold out right away, and I didn't want to miss this one in case they didn't restock Gemini for the longest time. I actually won this. And then I won another one like 2 weeks later, and I gave it to my mom because I was like, I don't need to, but my mom doesn't wear eyeshadow really, but she's a Gemini, and we had just recently found out that she had a stroke. We thought she had ALS or Lou Gehrig's disease, because she fell one day and then she couldn't walk for a while. And when I won the second one, I was kind of going through that whole thing like, oh my god, my grandma passed away from Lou Gehrig's disease. And I don't want to get emotional talking about it, but like when you're diagnosed with that, they usually give you 3 to 5 years to live. And my mom is like my backbone. Like if you take my mom away, I wouldn't be able to stand. Like I know that sounds corny. I'm 32 years old, but literally I am a mama's girl still to this day. We fight like sisters. She's not one of those moms that tries to be my best friend, but she is my best friend. And we've been through some crazy times. Like, I literally went through a phase where I put that woman through hell and back. Like, literally. And she was the only one that never turned her back on me. She always was there when I was falling. And she was right there to pick me back up and get me back on the right track in life. And just helped me always. So I, like, when I couldn't get this because it sold out, and I kept waiting for the restock and waiting for the restock, and then I missed it again because I was at work, and I literally sat and cried one day, and I was like, my mom's a Gemini, and I can't even get the Gemini palette, and my mom might die, and I'm not going to have the palette, and I really was, like, freaking out, so I had to have this, and then I ended up with 2. So, that was a little bit of a rambling story. But I think I've been pretty on topic here. I think I've been moving right along. I've probably been talking like someone who's on speed. I don't know how they talk, but I've been talking like an auctioneer person, like going once, going twice, I can't. I don't even know how. I used to be able to imitate those people. So these are my Melt palettes. This is my Melt Cosmetics holder. What is it called? Melt Cosmetics Pro. Oh god, it has stuff all over it. I'm sorry. This is my little Melt sticker. Oh, why didn't I put my other Melt sticker on here? I put it on my brush holder. Damn. So, this guy was $10. I got it for $5 during a holiday sale with a code or something. Or no. When you purchase so much, they said, would you like to throw this in your cart for $5 extra? And I was like, yes, I would. So,
How did that go?
Yes, I would. Yes, I would. Oh, I kind of need to go to sleep. It's like 1 in the morning. Okay, so a lot of people were... This was very hit or miss. A lot of people liked this. A lot of people didn't like this. I kind of wish I had some chapstick. My lips are getting dry. Anyway, so let me show you guys. This opens up. And you have stuff on each side. I think this is awesome. I had friends that were like, I don't want it. But I literally have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 melt stacks, right? 1, 2, 3, 4 melt stacks. So, like, literally, this one, I have an extra guy because this was the last shade that wouldn't fit. But it's magnetic, so I just keep it right there. I have the Dark Matter stack, the Haze stack, the She's in Parties, and then, God, what's that other one? Oh, this is the, okay, it says it on here. This is the Haze stack. This is the one I can't remember. Fixated, the Lovesick. Okay, so I have the Haze stack, which is mainly these shades, and then the Lovesick stack, and then She's in Parties, and then Dark Matter. I believe these were all Dark Matter. The Gunmetal stack, what? Dark Matter, I have the Gunmetal stack too? Okay, I guess I do have 5 stacks. Dark Matter, Dark Matter, Dark Matter, Dark Matter, Gunmetal. What else is the Gunmetal one? I don't think I have Gunmetal. Lovesick. Lovesick. I'm just looking really quick. I'll be quicker. Lovesick. I think this is... Oh, I just nicked it. See, that's why I don't like these stacks. Lovesick. Oh, you know what? I bought this one. This is... Assimilate. I bought a single once, and it must have been a single from the Dark Matter, or the Gunmetal stack, because I don't have the Gunmetal stack. I was like, what? Okay, yeah, so this is the Dark Matter, and then She's in Parties, and then Haze and Lovesick. Yeah, I bought the, I bought a single when I bought this metal palette. That's what happened. Okay. So, yeah, Melt is amazing. Their quality is just to die for. And I don't know why a lot of people didn't love this, because this is a really good way to store your stacks. Like, I need another one of these, and I need to get the other 3 stacks that I don't have. I really want Baby Girl. If anyone wants to send me the Baby Girl stack for my birthday on December 12th, you could. I won't be mad at you. Okay, so now we're going to do ColourPop. I'm going to be really quick with these. I have the 4 ColourPop singles that came together. Can you turn that beeping off, please?
Yes.
Thank you. This is Love. Bob's. Be Our Guest.
Are you going to be pausing that or no?
No. I'm almost done. A Whole New World.
There was a hair in my slip too.
Okay, can you not? Okay, okay. Almost There, which is my favorite from the Disney singles. I love the packaging. It's awesome. And I have the Disney Designer Collection ColourPop eyeshadow palette, which has our princesses on it in their designer clothes and the shade names on the back. I don't know how much this costs. I just bought some of the collection. I have the All I See Is Magic, which was holiday last year. Amazing palette. I love ColourPop. One of my favorite brands. I think ColourPop, Jeffree Star, Kat Von D, Violet Voss, and Melt are my top 5 favorites. Nope, that's a lie, because then we got Natasha and Pat, so I have 7 favorites. I'm so bad. I have a problem. This was limited edition. You can't buy this anymore. The All I See Is Magic. This was in my raffle stock, and one day I was like, you know what? I want to use a new palette. My husband was like, why? You got 75 already on your vanity. And I was like, because I want to. He's like, well, you could make money off of that one. This was like $15, so whatever. And then this was my first ever color. No. Oh, no. The red, the one that looks like the mini sunset one. God, what was that called? I forget. It was their first ever palette they came out with because I loved ColourPop. I have some singles of theirs, and I saw that they made a palette, and I freaked the frick out. This one is I Think I Love You. I will never part with this. This is amazing, and it's just so perfect, and like it's very well put together. That's all I'm going to say. This will be featured in a throwback one day. Then I have one of the newer ones, the Zodiac Kathleen Lights collection. Love this packaging. So gorgeous. And it has a mirror. You can't always get a mirror in your ColourPop palettes, at least back when they first started making them. And this guy I haven't used yet. This is the Soul palette. This was the summer collection from ColourPop, summer 2018. I had Soul and Mar. I raffled off Mar. Kind of regret that, but this is gorgeous. It has a mirror. It's plastic. I haven't filmed with this yet, so I actually haven't even used it. I'm going to use it this week and then film with it. So let's keep moving. I have this Marc Jacobs Omega Glaze. I haven't used it yet, but I do want to show you guys because it's really pretty. It's so luxe. Like, I don't know. I watched bad reviews and good reviews on this, so it's got like the little plastic thingamajig right here, and I thought it was a bronzer, I'm not gonna lie. Like, I told my friends, I was like, oh, I can't wait to get the new Marc Jacobs bronzer. And then my friend's like, I can't wait to get the new highlighter. And I was like, what highlighter? Like, what is she talking about? I was the one who didn't know what I was talking about. Go figure, Shannon. But I want to get the old school big bronzer because I love bronzers. That and the new Glamethyst is the only Marc Jacobs items that I have. I don't know why this thing says do not discard, but this is amazing. Oh my god. Everybody is doing the look at that guy. Brands are really getting into the gel potted singles again. It's coming back in style. I might pick up a couple more of these during the sale, but that's all I have for Marc Jacobs. I do have a ColourPop highlighter that I'm obsessed with. This is the Super Shock Cheek Pearl highlighter. You have to use your fingers to apply it. It's pretty cool. Oh, I do have an old school Kat Von D blush. Old school. It's called the Shade and Light Two-Tone Blush, Bonnie and Clyde. I love it, but when my daughter wants to play with makeup, I give it to her because it's not very pigmented. Like, I tried it. It's just not. I have a little tiny Bobbi Brown bronzer. Bobbi Brown. Alright, so let's talk about, I forgot this when we were doing the Kat Von D collection. I have a whole bunch of her singles right here. This is my Lolita blush. I hit pan on that and I need to buy a new one. I think it's permanent now. It was limited edition for a while. Someone was selling one for like $90. I was like, are you high? Like, what are you talking about? Recently, I found these two at Marshall's out in New York when my husband and I were there. This is Electric Warrior. And this one is Paranoid. I got these for $5.50 at Marshall's. I guess when Kat Von D decided to get all controversial with that vaccination stuff, like, you can find so much Kat Von D stuff at Marshall's and TJ Maxx, it's not even funny. Like, not even funny. This one is something I bought from her site, Black #1. And it's shattered, and I repressed it because they're kind of like gel shimmers. Like, they're a different formula than her other eyeshadows, but I love it. It's the Metal Crush eyeshadows. That's what these are, the Metal Crushes. And then the last one is Static Age, which is the Awesome Silver. I do love this shadow. I don't use these as much, but now that I have the green and the blue one, I really want to try to do like a cool cut crease with those. I have my 3 Morphe liquid singles that I got from the holiday collection in the shade Flicker, Poppin', and Days. I'm not going to swatch those because I did a video with them. I have my new Anastasia glitter, and I have one little Stila in Kitten Karma. I love it. It's the one right there. Love this. I use this a lot under my eyes or inner corner, or if I'm in a hurry. Alright, so now over here I have a pile. Let's see, we have 13 minutes left. God, I didn't want it to be this long, you guys. I'm so sorry. Maybe I might edit it and maybe do like a part 2. I don't know. We'll see. Because none of this is going to be sped up. So this is something new I got. This is the J-Cat's Beauty Extreme Access Pocket Shadow. This is the red carpet premiere. My friend Lizzie sent me this. I met her on Mercari, and she's a doll. I love her. And she sent me this. It's like J-Cat's is a brand you can get at Ulta. And I was like, I probably won't use that, but I actually am really excited to try it out. I don't really have any drugstore priced palettes really. So I think I'm going to film with this too, just to check it out. So this whole pile over here is my Z palettes and stuff that I only have one from the brand. This is the Urban Decay Naked Cherry palette, and I did film with this and had to trash the footage. I will post a picture of the look on my Instagram as soon as I'm done filming this video, and I will refilm the video tomorrow. Look how cool that Metal Crush highlighter looks on my eyelids. That actually looks really pretty for like something very subtle. This palette sucks, mainly because it's hard to work with. It's really chalky. Even when I did swatches, I don't have time to swatch it right now. I'm going to do a swatch video, but for $49, 52 something with tax, it's just not up my alley. But I am going to refilm with that. My husband is so sweet. I have 2 of these, but I lent one to my mother-in-law, and I'm not really sure if I'm going to get it back. But he did get me the Supernatural palettes from Hot Topic. Supernatural was the first show that him and I ever binge watched. We started watching it like a week after we started dating, and we moved in together 2 weeks after we started dating and got married 57 days after we started dating. No, after we met. 57 days from the day we met, we got married. And Supernatural is like something that we will always have that just means so much to us. And he bought me the Supernatural palette from Hot Topic. It's actually pretty cool. It's got really good pigmentation, but I have never filmed with it, so I kind of want to try it. I'm going to do like a drugstore value video or something. I don't know. I'm going to do something with this though. It's gorgeous. My daughter plays with it all the time, but like these 3 mattes at the end, the red, white, and brown, are so pretty. It's just really sweet that he got them for me. And I love it. I love it. That's all. I am obsessed with glitter injections. Where's my other? I have 3 of their large pressed pans. I'm going to put them all right here. And then this little tiny guy, I keep them in separate. Like, if you see this Ofra Z palette, look, it just gets all over the outside. These are my glitter injections. I am obsessed with them. They rock my world. This one is Spicy Fiesta. The little guy is Pink Coral. This one is Toasted Rainbow. And then the purple one is Amethyst Wine. If you guys are looking for glitter, please check them out. They are like amazing. Like, it's just the best glitter I've ever used in my life. And they sell like loose glitter, pressed glitter, all that jazz. Okay, more singles coming at ya. This actually, oh my god, something broke. God, ain't that a shame. Oh, I'm so mad. Why isn't it like coming out? Oh my god, you guys, that's so crazy. See that right there? That is broken eyeshadow and it's not falling out. Is it like magnetized? It is. That's so weird. So these up here are Carity singles. It's an indie brand that has really good quality. And last year they came out with the Christmas travel chamber and a whole set of singles. I gave some of them to my best friend Shal. She was visiting from Arizona and I gave her like half of the set because she really doesn't have a lot of makeup. But these top ones are amazing. This row right here, the rectangular ones, that, my friends, was the Ladybird palette by Kat Von D. It was one of the collector ones I got from Mercari. And my husband stepped on it. He needs to stop stepping on my makeup. But that was before I had a vanity, so I kind of like kept all my palettes in a box. And I would sit at our coffee table in the morning with my LED mirror and get ready. So that's Ladybird, and that's the one that broke. This one my daughter broke. It's just a mess. But I need to find a new one before I can part with them. This one was from Ofra. That's it for singles. I do have one of the Dose of Colors singles. This is Teal Me More. It arrived broken, but it's so gorgeous. I just love it. I don't care if it's broken. I repressed it. Okay, now we're going to go even quicker. This is my Manny MUA Life's a Drag palette. My favorite white and probably my favorite red and pink and purple are in here. I do love this palette. It's really good quality. It's a great palette. It's got weird packaging. It kind of creeps me out. Like, hey guys, how you doing today? Ha ha ha. I want to know how that looks on me. Like, hey. Yeah. So, I also have my Colored Rain palettes. Oh, this was a single that I had from Ofra. It fell. My friend sent me that one. It fell out because it's not magnetized. This is the Queen of Hearts. This palette has a little bit, hold on, let me see how many minutes we have left. We have 7 minutes, we can do it. This palette has a little bit more sentiment to me because it was sold out forever and my husband got it for me and it's amazing. Colored Rain has one of the best formulas ever. They don't have a lot of palettes though. They have a lot of singles. I know they came out with the mini palettes like the berry one and I never really I didn't pick up any of those. But I did get their Cheers to the Beauty palette. This is one of my favorite palettes. Like this is probably top 10. Mainly because it has a lot of contrast and it has a highlighter in it that's amazing. I need to film with this. Please vote for this, guys, during one of my Throwback Thursday videos. I love palettes with high contrast. I don't want a neutral palette or a warm palette or a cool tone palette. I want a palette that has it all because I want to mix my colors. I don't really follow the norm when it comes to stuff like that. This is my Pure palette, the My Little Pony movie palette. This one was untouched, brand new. It was going to go in a giveaway for you guys, and then my daughter decided she wanted to play with it for 2 hours and then never touch it again. And then I swatched it and I was like, holy shit, I think I need to film with this, or I think I need to use it. So I'm planning on using this guy as maybe like I'll do a video like underrated makeup or something. I don't know. I have the Nudie Patootie palette by Laura Lee. This one's amazing. I've used it like 3 times. I really need to use it more, but it is really freaking amazing. I had bought the collection, or no, I won the collection, I'm sorry. I played this mega raffle that was like really expensive to play. It was like $20 a ticket, and I won second place, and this was the option. It comes with her little card and the 3 lipsticks that I love, the liquid lipsticks. I love them. Best formula other than Kat Von D and Jeffree Star. So yeah, Nudie Patootie, great palette. If you like neutrals and warmed, if you like nudes, get this, please. It's amazing. I don't care about that controversial stuff with her. This is about makeup, not the people who make it. Unless they're like, oh, a devil worshiper and likes to kill babies. I don't know. I'm not talking about abortion. I'm talking about, you know, someone who beats their dogs. You know, I don't believe in anything cruel in the universe, but I also buy makeup for the makeup. This is the Laura Lee Los Angeles Party Animal. I got this in my BoxyCharm, and then I did purchase the brown one, but I did sell it because I didn't like this one too much. I tried to use my mixing medium with this orange and it fudged it all up. This is actually pretty fun to play with. I really haven't used it enough to give you an honest review. This is the Kylie, what's it freaking called? Kylie 21? I know this was her 21st birthday. Oh, Sipping Pretty. Duh, it's right there. Sipping Pretty palette. I did a video with this. I actually really like this. I always buy Kylie palettes and then I sell them. I'm not going to sell this one. I'm actually going to keep it. I just need to use it more. I don't know why it's in the box still, but it's not anymore. This is awesome. I think I just really like it because of the different colors available. Like, I don't know. It's just pretty cool. I like it. One of my favorite palettes is my MAC. This is the Mellow Moderns. This is the Eyeshadow 15 Mellow Moderns. I won this, guys, and I wasn't even going to pick it, and then I looked it up, because sometimes in the raffles there's multiple options, and oh my god, are we seriously running out of time? No, we have 3 minutes. Okay, I gotta hurry. I picked this one because I looked it up and saw that it was limited edition and you can't buy it anymore, and I just don't own any MAC eyeshadow. I have the MAC Fix Plus, all that jazz, but I don't have any palettes, so this is awesome. I'm going to do a throwback video with that. Alright, this is the Too Faced Life's a Festival, Peace, Love, whatever. I don't really care for that. I have my Tardiest Pro Glow. I don't have the Tardiest Pro, but the Tardiest Pro Glow. This was my first ever highlighter palette and contour palette, so I could probably never part with it. I did hit pan on the contour shade down here that I used a lot. Highlighters are beautiful. If you are getting into makeup, this is a great staple. And then I have the eyeshadow, whatever, I don't remember what it's called, but I did film with it. Sweet Escape, eyeshadow Sweet Escape palette by Tarte. This is the 2018 holiday collection. I am in love with the lip balm that it came with. I am still going to do a second chance video with that. And then last but not least, we have a guy who I chased around forever because he was sold out forever. This is the Moschino Sephora collaboration. It's the Bear eyeshadow palette. It's got such a great color story and it's so cute. I love him. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me. I'm sorry this got so long. Since I still have a minute, that is it. That's it. We've been through everything. My jaw hurts. I am really sorry that turned out to be that long. I really didn't think it would. I don't really know if I can keep it that long, actually. But whatever, I'm going to do it anyways. I'm gonna edit it really quick. I'm just going to add a title slide and throw it up on YouTube. And if for some reason it's not getting a lot of views, I might just refilm and do like 3 parts because nobody wants to watch a 90-minute video, and we're about at 90 minutes now. But that's my eyeshadow palette collection, and I don't know how people make theirs so short. I'm going to go look at some of the like big gurus that do this and see how they make it so short. Thank you for hanging out, guys. Leave a comment down below. Let me know what you thought. Give this video a big thumbs up, and please subscribe if you haven't done so already. Head over to my Instagram and check out some of the new looks I've been playing around with. And I will see you guys tomorrow to review the Urban Decay Naked Cherry palette. I'm actually about to film the swatch video for it now. Have a beautiful night. Love you guys. Thanks for stopping by.